The luckiest zodiac signs in 2026. 2026 can rightfully be called a year of fateful luck. This isn't just another turn in the astrological cycle, but a rare moment when the stars seem to choose their favorites. Some zodiac signs will feel as if the universe itself is pushing them toward success, opening the right doors and removing obstacles. Others will feel as if they are constantly one step away from success, but unable to maintain it. Why is this happening? Because in 2026, a unique planetary configuration is taking shape. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and luck, forms powerful aspects with Saturn, Uranus, and Pluto. This means that luck will come not by chance, but to those who are ready to accept it and endure the consequences of success. For some zodiac signs, 2026 will bring a sharp increase in wealth, unexpected recognition and popularity, happy coincidences that change lives, people who appear at the right moment, a feeling that everything is falling into place but there's an important nuance. Luck in 2026 isn't a cakewalk, but a test of maturity. Those who aren't prepared may be frightened by their own luck. That's why some signs will rise to the top, while others will watch from the sidelines. In this video, we'll examine the luckiest zodiac signs of 2026, step by step, in depth, and without superficial predictions. You'll discover who the stars will grant special protection to, who will receive rare opportunities, and who will experience luck that can change their destiny forever. And we'll start with the first sign. Aries. Luck that builds a new reality. For Aries, 2026 will be one of the luckiest years in the last 10 years, but this luck will not be flashy or ostentatious. It will manifest itself differently. Through a chain of events that may initially seem ordinary but ultimately lead to a major breakthrough. In the first half of the year, Jupiter will form an aspect for Aries that astrologers call the open road aspect. This means that where there were previously walls, opportunities will suddenly appear. This will be especially noticeable for Aries who have felt stagnation, fatigue, or a sense that their efforts are not yielding results in recent years. Aries' luck in 2026 is closely tied to personal initiative. Even a small step taken at the right moment can trigger a chain reaction of success. The stars seem to say, act, and we will follow. This is why many Aries will be surprised at how quickly events unfold after a decision has been made. Financially, 2026 could bring Aries an increase in income, but not through the usual sources. Money could come through new projects, through a change in direction, through people Aries hadn't previously taken seriously, through a risk that turns out to be worthwhile. Interestingly, luck will favor Aries even where they doubt themselves. Situations are possible where Aries agrees to an offer just in case, only to later realize that this very decision was the key one of the year. In the second half of 2026, the theme of recognition will intensify. Aries could find themselves in the spotlight, receive support from influential people, or unexpectedly become an authority in their field. The stars emphasize, you will be listened to. And this is precisely where great luck lies: the opportunity to influence, direct, and change not only your own destiny, but also the destinies of others. However, there is a warning. Aries' luck in 2026 does not tolerate impulsiveness without calculation. If Aries acts solely on emotion, some opportunities may be missed. The luckiest Aries of the year will be those who combine courage with cold analysis. By the end of the year, many Aries will realize they're living a completely different life than they did at the beginning of 2026. Their social circle, income level, ambitions, and sense of self will change. And this is the ultimate reward of good fortune. The feeling of being in the right place. Taurus. A year of stable luck and great opportunities. For Taurus, 2026 will be a rare period when luck manifests itself not in flashes, but in a steady, reliable flow. This is the kind of luck that many seek for years. Calm, confident, without chaos, yet capable of leading to truly significant results. The stars seem to be creating a solid foundation for Taurus on which to build a new life. The main characteristic of Taurus luck in 2026 is predictability, which works to their advantage. What previously required tremendous effort will begin to unfold naturally. Many Taurus will notice that circumstances cease to resist, and people become more willing to cooperate. This is not a coincidence, but the result of powerful astrological aspects that amplify the earthly energy of the sign. Jupiter and Saturn form a configuration associated with long-term success for Taurus. This means that luck will come not through excitement and risk, but through the right decisions, patience, consistency. The ability to wait for the right moment. Financial matters will be a priority for Taurus in 2026. And we're not talking about small increases, but rather a significant improvement in your financial situation. Money could come through a promotion, successful investments, business expansion, or an offer that's hard to refuse. Taurus who didn't give up on what they started last year, even if the results seemed distant, will be especially fortunate. Interestingly, many Taurus will receive money literally for being there. Their experience, reputation, calm, and reliability will be valued more highly than before. The stars emphasize that in 2026, people will seek stable and trusted partners, and Taurus fits this bill perfectly. In the second half of the year, luck could manifest itself through major acquisitions. For some, this will be real estate; for others, a car; for others, an investment in the future that will change their standard of living. These purchases won't be impulsive. On the contrary, they will symbolize a new stage and inner confidence. Success in personal relationships is also worth mentioning. In 2026, Taurus may meet people who will play a key role in their success. These aren't necessarily romantic relationships. These could be influential partners, mentors, allies, people who open doors. It's important that these connections be built slowly but sustainably. These are the kinds of relationships that bring Taurus the greatest benefit and a sense of security. However, the stars warn. Taurus's success in 2026 requires one important quality: flexibility. If Taurus clings too stubbornly to old patterns, some opportunities may pass them by. The year seems to be saying, maintain stability, but allow yourself to renew yourself. Those Taurus who manage to do this will be among the luckiest signs of the year. By the end of 2026, many Taurus will realize they've reached a completely new level, not only financially, but also internally. They'll feel a sense of solid grounding, confidence in the future, and a calm satisfaction with how their lives are unfolding. And this state can be called true luck. Gemini. Sudden luck, coincidence, and fateful turnings. 2026 will be a time for Gemini when luck strikes unexpectedly, abruptly, and sometimes even shockingly. This is the very period when life can change direction literally with one conversation, one message, one meeting. The stars are aligning a rare combination of aspects for Gemini, enhancing the influence of chance, signs of fate, and coincidences that are impossible to ignore. The main characteristic of Gemini's luck in 2026 is speed. Events will unfold rapidly, and at times, Geminis will feel as if they don't have time to process what's happening. But that's precisely the essence of luck. While others doubt and ponder, Geminis find themselves in the right place at the right time. Jupiter strengthens the sign's mental sphere, meaning that luck will come through information, communication, negotiations, ideas. Contacts. A casual conversation can lead to a lucrative offer. A chance acquaintance can lead to a long-term partnership. Even a casual phrase overheard can become the key to a major decision. In 2026, it's important for Geminis to be as connected to the information flow as possible. That's where their opportunities lie. Financial success for Geminis will be unconventional. Money may come not through a stable job, but through parallel sources of income, side projects, freelancing, online activities, teaching, and mediation. Many Geminis will suddenly realize that their intelligence, speech, and ability to navigate quickly are worth much more than they previously thought. A particularly successful period will be when Geminis decide to say yes to something that previously seemed frivolous or temporary. In 2026, the temporary could become permanent, and experimentation could become the main source of income. The stars emphasize: don't discount small opportunities, they will lead to major success. In your personal life, luck will also be closely linked to the unexpected. Unexpected romances, rapid intimacy, and the feeling that someone appeared in your life for a reason are possible. Some relationships will develop very quickly, but that's precisely their strength. They change Geminis, expand their horizons, and reveal new sides of their personality. However, such luck has a downside. In 2026, Geminis may face difficult choices. Too many options, too many paths, too many offers. And here it's important not to spread yourself too thin. The luckiest Geminis are those who learn to cut out the unnecessary and focus on what truly resonates. In the second half of the year, the influence of Uranus will intensify, meaning abrupt turns of fate are possible. Moving, changing environments, unexpected offers from afar, all of this can become part of Gemini's reality. And while such changes may initially be frightening, it will soon become clear. Without them, there would be no growth or success. By the end of 2026, many Geminis will find themselves living a much more fulfilling and interesting life than before. They will feel as if the world has opened up, opportunities have become closer, and luck is no longer an abstract concept, but a real tool. And it is this realization that will be the greatest gift from the stars. Cancer. Protection of the stars, monetary luck, and strong intuition. For Cancers, 2026 will be a period when luck feels less like a sudden surge and more like a constant sense of security. It's as if an invisible being is protecting them from mistakes, guiding them away from dangerous decisions, and guiding them toward benefit and growth. The stars are creating a special safety net for Cancers, within which they can act more boldly than usual. The main feature of Cancer's luck in 2026 is intuitive support. Cancers will feel where to go and who to connect with more often than usual. This isn't logic or calculation, but an inner knowing that will be surprisingly accurate. Those Cancers who learn to trust their instincts will be among the luckiest signs of the year. Financial issues for Cancers reach a new level. In 2026, money may come through. Family projects. Support from loved ones. Real estate. Working from home. Caring, helping, or service-related businesses. Cancers who decide to monetize what they previously did for love will be especially fortunate. Hobbies, skills, caring for others, cooking, creativity, consulting, all of these can suddenly begin to generate a stable income. Interestingly, Cancer's luck will often manifest itself in small things that, over time, add up to big results. Timely information, a chance discovery, the right advice, all of these will work together for the better. The stars seem to be shaping a chain of events, where each step seems insignificant, but the outcome is astonishing in its scale. In the first half of the year, Cancers may feel the desire to pay off old debts, not only financial but also emotional. This is an important stage, because liberation from the past is directly linked to the arrival of new success. The more easily Cancers let go of what has long been holding them back, the sooner new opportunities will enter their lives. In the second half of 2026, the theme of self-confidence will intensify. Cancers who previously doubted themselves will begin to more clearly understand their value. This will lead to increased income, improved working conditions, and more respect from others. The stars emphasize: your gentleness is strength, not weakness. In your personal life, success may manifest itself through strengthening connections. For some Cancers, this will mean starting a family, for others, rebuilding relationships, and for others, a feeling of having people nearby they can rely on. These relationships will become a source of energy and confidence, which will directly impact other areas of life. However, there is an important warning. In 2026, it is important for Cancers not to become locked into their comfort zone. Excessive caution can ruin some of their chances. Luck will be close at hand, but it will require at least a minimal step forward. The luckiest Cancers are those who dare to step outside their comfort zone while maintaining inner balance. By the end of the year, many Cancers will feel a deep sense of calm and confidence in the future. Anxiety will disappear, and faith in one's own strength and the understanding that life is moving in the right direction will emerge. And it is this sense of security that will be the main manifestation of good fortune in 2026. Leo. Triumph, recognition, and rare lucky chances. 2026 will be a time for Leos to find their luck. This is the year in which Leos cease to doubt their right to be first, visible, and successful. It's as if the stars turn on a spotlight and focus it specifically on representatives of this sign. Many Leos will feel that no matter what they do, they are noticed, discussed, and valued above average. The main characteristic of Leo's luck in 2026 is publicity and recognition. Even if Leos don't seek the spotlight, circumstances will push them to do so. Situations are possible where Leos are chosen, recommended, promoted, or held up as role models. And this is no coincidence, but the result of powerful astrological aspects that enhance the solar nature of the sign. Leo's financial success is directly linked to their confidence and willingness to take responsibility. In 2026, money will come to Leos through leadership positions, personal projects, creativity and self-realization, working with an audience, personal brand and reputation. Many Leos will suddenly realize they can earn more simply because they stop underestimating their value. The stars emphasize: in 2026, you will be bought for your charisma, your confidence, and your ability to inspire others. Particularly successful moments will be when Leos dare to assert themselves more loudly than usual. This could be a speech, a presentation, a project launch, a frank conversation, or a bold proposal. Even if there is fear within, these steps lead to rapid growth and new opportunities. Leos' luck in their personal lives is also evident. Fateful encounters and relationships are possible, in which Leos feel truly valued and desired. For those already in a relationship, 2026 could be a period of strengthening the union, formal decisions, or joint achievements of which to be proud. However, Leo's luck has an important condition. The stars warn: in 2026, it's best not to play a role that doesn't match your inner state. Any insincerity will be quickly exposed. The luckiest Leos are those who allow themselves to be authentic, even if it's not always ideal. In the second half of the year, rare lucky breaks are possible situations that only arise once every few years. This could be an offer that changes your status, an opportunity to reach a new income level, or a meeting with someone who can influence your destiny. In such moments, it's important not to hesitate too long. Leo's luck favors decisiveness. By the end of 2026, many Leos will find themselves in a completely different position than at the beginning of the year. Their standard of living, social circle, and sense of self will change. A sense of well-deserved success and inner pride in the path they've taken will emerge. And it is this sense of triumph that will be the star's greatest gift. Virgo. Luck through calculation, strategy, and precise decisions. For Virgos, 2026 will be a time when luck ceases to be a fluke and becomes the logical outcome of a well-structured life. This is not a year of big splashes and sudden turns, but a period in which every correct decision strengthens the next. The stars seem to reward Virgos for their patience, attention to detail, and ability to see further than others. The main characteristic of Virgo's luck in 2026 is precision. Where others would act at random, Virgos will intuitively or logically choose the most correct option. Even if this decision initially seems boring or overly cautious, over time it will become clear. It is precisely this that has led to stable growth and a sense of control over life. Jupiter and Saturn form aspects for Virgos associated with professional growth and strengthening their status. This means that luck will come through. Career achievements. Increased authority. Long-term projects. Training and professional development. The ability to take responsibility. Many Virgos in 2026 will find themselves in a situation where they are listened to. Their opinions become influential, their advice valuable, their decisions decisive. And it is precisely this position that brings hidden but very powerful luck. The financial sector will develop gradually but surely. Money does not come immediately, but gradually. New sources of income are possible, related to analytics, management, medicine, education, consulting, IT, or any field where precision and systemic approach are important. Virgos suddenly realize that they can earn more simply by building processes more efficiently. Interestingly, in 2026, Virgo luck often manifests itself through correcting past mistakes. What previously did not work can now be refined and transformed into a successful model. Old projects, ideas, or connections may unexpectedly revive and bring benefits. The stars seem to be offering a second chance, but only to those willing to work hard and not wait for miracles. In their personal lives, Virgo's luck manifests itself in a sense of clarity. Doubts, insecurity, and emotional chaos disappear. For some, this will mean strengthening existing relationships. For others, it will mean consciously choosing a partner with whom to build a future. In 2026, Virgos will stop settling for less than they deserve. However, there's an important caveat. The desire to control everything can rob Virgos of some of their luck. Sometimes in 2026, it will be important to let events unfold without constant analysis. The luckiest Virgos are those who combine calculation with trust in life. In the second half of the year, the theme of recognition will intensify. Awards, gratitude, promotions, and offers of collaboration are possible, confirming that the path they've chosen was the right one. And although Virgos rarely boast about their successes, their inner satisfaction will be immense. By the end of 2026, many Virgos will experience a rare state of calm confidence in the future. There will be no sense of rush or anxiety. A clear understanding will emerge that everything is under control, and luck is not a random guest, but a reliable ally. This is how the stars reward Virgos for their ability to remain true to themselves and their path. Libra. Gifts of fate, happy unions, and unexpected opportunities. For Libra, 2026 will be a time when luck comes through people, alliances, and well-established relationships. This is not a year of isolated victories, but a period in which success is born from interaction, trust, and the ability to maintain balance. The stars seem to be nudging Libra toward those connections that can change their lives for the better. The main feature of Libra's luck in 2026 is fateful encounters. Many Libras will be surprised how often the right people appear in their lives precisely when they are most needed. These encounters may seem random, but in fact, they are based on precise astrological planning. Libra's financial success will be closely linked to partnerships. Money comes through joint projects, business alliances, contracts and agreements, client base, recommendations and connections. One right alliance can bring Libra more than years of working alone. Those Libras who haven't burned bridges in the past and have maintained good relationships with their circle of friends will be especially fortunate. Interestingly, in 2026, Libras will often be offered things they've long considered but never dared to ask for. A promotion, better conditions, more favorable agreements. All of this can come without struggle or pressure. The stars emphasize your gentleness this year is the key to success, not weakness. In their personal lives, Libra's luck may be especially pronounced. Fateful encounters, relationships that quickly become serious, or an existing relationship taking to the next level are possible. For single Libras, 2026 could be the year they meet someone with whom they feel a sense of harmony and mutual growth. In the second half of the year, the theme of choice will intensify. Libras will have to make decisions that will determine the future direction of their lives. And here, luck will manifest itself in the fact that the right choice will be felt internally, without doubt or anxiety. If Libras listen to themselves, and not to others' expectations, they will not make mistakes. However, there is a warning. In an effort to maintain balance, Libras may postpone important steps. In 2026, this is dangerous. Some opportunities have a limited lifespan. The luckiest Libras will be those who learn to say yes in time and take responsibility for their choices. By the end of 2026, many Libras will feel that their lives have become more harmonious and fulfilling. The feeling of inner conflict will disappear, and confidence in the future and the understanding that the right people are by their side will emerge. And it is this feeling of harmony that will be the main manifestation of the year's good fortune. Scorpio. A powerful breakthrough, hidden luck, and a transformation of destiny. 2026 will be a period of profound internal and external transformation for Scorpios, in which luck doesn't manifest itself immediately, but works reliably. This isn't superficial luck or random gifts of fate. It's a rare form of luck, when a person proves stronger than circumstances and emerges victorious from even the most difficult situations. The stars in 2026 will literally rewrite the script for Scorpios. The main characteristic of Scorpio luck is hidden strength. Outwardly, things may seem difficult or slow, but behind the scenes, processes are underway that will soon lead to a dramatic leap forward. Many Scorpios will realize this year that even losses and breakups work to their advantage, making room for much greater things. Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio, activates themes of power, money, influence, and control in 2026. This means that luck will come through difficult but profitable decisions, closed structures and large organizations, resource management, investments and redistribution of funds. The ability to keep information to oneself. Scorpio's financial luck may be connected to money that isn't readily available. This could be interest, shares, inheritances, compensation, large transactions, or the return of something long frozen. The stars emphasize 2026 will return to Scorpios what is rightfully theirs. Scorpios who aren't afraid to close old cycles will be especially successful. Leaving a job, ending a relationship, giving up a familiar lifestyle, all of this may seem painful, but it is precisely this that leads to a leap forward. In 2026, Scorpio's luck often comes immediately after a bold no. This year could be a turning point in your personal life. Relationships will either reach a new, deeper level or end completely. But in any case, Scorpios will emerge stronger. Fateful encounters, an attraction that defies logic, and unions that transform your inner world are possible. In the second half of the year, Scorpios will feel a strengthening of their inner power over their lives. Fear will disappear, and a confidence in their ability to overcome any challenge will emerge. This state attracts luck, money, and the right people like a magnet. However, the stars warn. In 2026, it is important for Scorpios not to overdo it. Trying to manage everything and everyone can lead to stress and the loss of opportunities. The luckiest Scorpios are those who choose strategy over pressure. By the end of 2026, many Scorpios will find themselves in a completely different reality. Their income level, status, social circle, and sense of self will change. A sense of inner strength and an understanding that the journey you've taken was necessary will emerge. And it's this profound sense of rebirth that will be the main manifestation of the year's success. Sagittarius. A year of great luck, expanding horizons, and happy roads. 2026 will be one of the most successful years for Sagittarius. This is a period when life itself seems to push forward, opening up new horizons, opportunities, and directions for development. Luck for Sagittarius this year is not quiet and unnoticeable, but bright, dynamic, associated with roads, change, and growth. The main characteristic of Sagittarius luck is expansion. Everything Sagittarius touches in 2026 strives to expand. Income, social circle, ambitions, plans, the scale of projects. Jupiter, the ruler of the sign, is strengthening its influence, meaning Sagittarius is literally entering a period of blessing. Financial success for Sagittarius is associated with going beyond the usual boundaries. Money comes through. New markets and audiences. International contacts. Online projects and training. Travel and relocation. Ideas that previously seemed too bold. Many Sagittarians will notice that once they take a risk and step into the unknown, circumstances begin to unfold in their favor. In 2026, fortune favors those who aren't afraid to think big. A particularly powerful period will be when Sagittarians decide to share their knowledge. Teaching, mentoring, blogging, consulting, all of these can become sources of income and recognition. The stars emphasize. Your experience is more valuable than you think. In your personal life, success manifests itself through freedom and inspiration. Long-distance relationships, meeting people while traveling, and alliances with people from another city or country are possible. These relationships don't limit, but rather expand, Sagittarius's inner world. In the second half of the year, life-changing proposals related to relocation, a lifestyle change, or a new stage of development are possible. For some, this will be a promotion; for others, the launch of a dream project; for others, a sharp shift in direction. And almost always, such changes will be accompanied by a feeling that everything is happening just in time. However, the stars warn. Excessive optimism can work against Sagittarius. In 2026, it is important not to overspend and not to promise more than you can realistically deliver. The luckiest Sagittarians are those who combine faith in the best with responsibility. By the end of 2026, many Sagittarians will feel that they have grown not only externally but also internally. A feeling of freedom, confidence, and gratitude for the path they have taken will emerge. And it is this state of inner expansion that will be the main manifestation of the year's success. Capricorn. Luck through status, power, and long-term achievements. For Capricorns, 2026 will be a period when success comes not instantly, but through a carefully crafted strategy and responsibility. This is a time when previous efforts begin to yield significant results, and positions Capricorns have held for years are strengthened and expanded. The stars create a field for Capricorn where hard work and patience directly translate into success. The main characteristics of Capricorn's luck in 2026 are long-term stability. Everything that is carefully and systematically built begins to bear fruit. This applies not only to career and finances, but also to social connections, reputation, and personal projects. Those Capricorns who know how to plan and follow through will be the absolute favorites of the year. Jupiter and Saturn form aspects related to career, authority, and resources for Capricorn. This means that luck will come through. A promotion at work or project leadership. Expanding your sphere of influence. Major financial transactions. Long-term investments. Strengthening your reputation and trust. Capricorn's financial luck often manifests itself through large and important decisions that require perseverance and strategic thinking. Large incomes are possible through real estate, business partnerships, investments, or career achievements that previously seemed out of reach. The stars emphasize. 2026 is a time of large-scale growth through perseverance and planning. Capricorns who know how to balance power and responsibility will be especially successful. The more thoughtful and precise their steps, the greater the scope of their luck. It is essential to seize opportunities to expand your influence, but without putting pressure on others. This will bring long-term benefits. In their personal lives, Capricorn's luck manifests itself through stability and support. Relationships that have been built over the years can reach a new level, be it family, partnership, or business alliances. Encounters are possible with people who will help strengthen Capricorn's position in society and business. It's important to trust those you can trust and not be afraid to share your plans with trusted allies. In the second half of the year, Capricorns will feel a strengthening of their position. Respect from colleagues, recognition of their achievements, and new opportunities for growth and influence. The stars suggest that now is the time to implement long-delayed projects and achieve the kind of results previously only dreamed of. However, there is a warning. An excessive desire for control or a desire to keep everything under lock and key can limit the flow of luck. The most successful Capricorns of 2026 will be those who know how to delegate, accept advice, and trust the process while maintaining a strategic goal. By the end of 2026, many Capricorns will feel the fruits of all their efforts. Income, status, authority, and a sense of achievement will increase significantly. And it is this combination of material and moral confidence that will be the main manifestation of luck for Capricorns this year. Aquarius. Rare twists of fate and unusual opportunities. 2026 will be a time of unexpected turns for Aquarius, when life presents situations you could hardly even imagine. Luck for Aquarius this year manifests itself through opportunities that seem unusual, unconventional, and even paradoxical. The stars seem to say, open your mind and be prepared for surprises, and indeed, those who are ready for change will receive rare gifts from fate. The main characteristic of Aquarius luck in 2026 is unpredictability and the unusual. Luck often comes where Aquarius least expects. New people, unusual projects, unfamiliar fields, or unexpected travels. Events may seem random, but behind them lies a deep astrological plan. Jupiter and Uranus form aspects for Aquarius that encourage innovation and bold steps. This means that luck will come through. Unusual ideas and projects. Technology, the internet, and new media. Unconventional sources of income. Travel and a change of environment. Experimentation with career and personal life. Aquarius's financial success in 2026 is most often associated with new approaches. Money can come through online businesses, startups, technological developments, unconventional deals, or projects that seem risky but have high potential. The stars suggest. Don't be afraid of bold decisions, they will lead to success. Particularly successful moments will be when Aquarius takes the initiative and openly uses their knowledge and unconventional thinking. It is important to recognize opportunities early and act without hesitation. In 2026, procrastination could cost them lost success. Aquarius will also experience unusual situations in their personal lives. Encounters with people who challenge our perception of relationships are possible, and unexpected acquaintances or alliances may arise that seem strange at first glance but later prove life-changing. Love and friendship can come through the most unconventional paths. In the second half of the year, the theme of implementing ideas will intensify. Aquarius will feel that their thoughts and projects are beginning to bear fruit, sometimes much faster than expected. This creates the feeling that the world is pushing them in exactly the right direction, and that all their efforts have not been in vain. However, the stars warn. In 2026, it is important for Aquarius to maintain common sense. Risk and courage are necessary, but excessive impulsiveness can ruin a successful moment. The most successful Aquarians are those who combine creativity, courage, and prudence. By the end of 2026, many Aquarians will feel that their lives have become brighter and more interesting. You'll feel as if the universe is pushing you toward new horizons, and that luck isn't a matter of chance, but a constant process where every step matters. This state of openness and readiness for the unusual will be the main manifestation of the year's success. Pisces. Wish fulfillment and lucky chances. 2026 will be a time for Pisces when luck arrives gently but purposefully. This is a rare occasion when the universe seems to whisper, "Your dreams are real, if you're willing to accept them." For Pisces, luck this year is not loud. It feels like a chain of happy coincidences that gradually leads to the fulfillment of desires and an improved life. The main characteristics of Pisces luck are sensitivity and synchronicity. Pisces will more often notice signs of fate, chance coincidences, and opportunities that others might miss. In 2026, many Pisces will understand that important events in life happen like clockwork, and all they need to do is trust their intuition and inner sense of the moment. Jupiter and Neptune form aspects for Pisces that enhance spiritual perception, creativity, and the ability to attract the right people. This means that luck will come through. Inspiration and creativity. Emotional intelligence and sensitivity. New contacts and acquaintances. Help and support from others. Inner harmony and trust in life. Pisces' financial success most often manifests itself through projects that spark passion and interest. This could include work related to art, education, psychology, media, the creative industries, as well as opportunities that Pisces recognize through intuition. Money comes through activities that bring joy, not just through routine work. Pisces' ability to notice the right signs will be especially important. A single chance message, meeting, or piece of advice can be the key to great success. In 2026, Pisces who learn to trust their inner voice will reap the greatest rewards. In their personal lives, luck manifests itself through harmony and emotional understanding. Meetings with people who seem to have appeared for a reason, relationships that develop easily and naturally, and events that create a feeling of happiness and fulfillment are possible. Pisces will feel their world filled with positive energy, without unnecessary stress. In the second half of the year, Pisces will feel many of their wishes begin to materialize. This applies to financial and career goals, as well as personal aspirations. The stars are creating a flood of opportunities for them, and Pisces' task is to be open and receptive to them. However, there is a caveat. In 2026, it is important for Pisces not to get lost in dreams and illusions. Success comes when they remain grounded and act in accordance with reality, not just fantasy. The luckiest Pisces are those who combine inner inspiration with practical steps. By the end of 2026, many Pisces will feel an extraordinary sense of satisfaction. The feeling that dreams have come true, harmony in their personal and professional lives, confidence in the future. All of this will be the outcome of the year. And it is precisely this calm, yet powerful state of wish fulfillment that can be called the main success of Pisces in 2026.